Okay, we're just going to extend what we did yesterday. We're going to extend it to the sketch. So let's remember, if you have the factors, how do we list the zeros? The zeros are the values of x that make the equation equal 0. Let's start with an easy one. X plus 1, x equals -1. X plus 5, x equals -5. If you can't remember how to find what makes 2x plus 1 equal to 0, set it equal to 0 and solve. -1/2. So let's recall, we graph our zeros, -1, -5, -1/2, and I would always mark my y-intercept, which is the constant. Recall, degree 3, positive leading coefficient, starts from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Connect all your dots with your basic shape. So this polynomial, it tells us has this factor, x minus 1. We need to find the other two because I see there's 3 factors altogether. So this is where we use our synthetic division. So the opposite of x minus 1, we need to use the positive 1 here. Get your coefficients from the polynomial. 1, 2, -7, 4. Leave a space. Draw a line. Bring down the 1. Multiply. Add. Multiply. Add. Multiply. Add. This is good. I should have a remainder of 0 because it says x plus 1 is a factor. Then I'm going to bring my factors back. X minus 1. I would start with my constant. Remember, this is the x. This is x squared. Now you need to factor the quadratic. Bring down x minus 1. Break apart x squared, x and x. Factors of 4 that subtract to get 3. 4 and 1. To get a positive 3, I need a plus 4 minus 1. So here's my polynomial. If I want to sketch the graph, I need to find my zeros. X equals 1. X equals -4. X equals 1. Do you notice, this will be important, x minus 1, I have 2 of them. Do you see that that would mean the x minus 1 is squared times x plus 4? Remember, what does it mean when we square? It's going to bounce. It's going to bounce off this 0. All right, let's remember what our constant was. So our constant, positive 4. Whoa. All right, so since our constant was positive 4, that's our y-intercept. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Graph the 0. Positive 1. Y is positive 4. X to the third. I'm going to come up, grab that, bounce off of 1 to get my x to the third shape. All right, this one's going to be a little trickier for the synthetic. They give us 2, and that's because we're starting with x to the 4th. All right, so a couple of pieces of information here. First of all, let's just start with this one, positive 2 in the corner. Then we have 1 x to the 4th. Do you see that the x to the 3rd is missing? So we're going to have 0 x to the 3rd, negative 13 x squared, x is missing, 0x, 36. Leave a space, draw your line. So the zeros, that's a new thing. We haven't had any missing pieces yet. But if this is x to the 4th, everything from x to the 4th down to the constant has to be represented with a number. So drop your 1, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. This is good because this tells me that x minus 2 is a factor. Okay, so I'm going to put in my x's, x minus 2. Bring in your constant. Then we have the x. Then we have the x squared. And we have the x to the 3rd. Notice x times x to the 3rd, that's always got to be my x to the 4th. Okay? So that's why this times this should always equal x times x to the 3rd should always equal x to the 4th. Remember, synthetic division is division just like everything else. Okay? All right, now I'm going to use my x plus 2. I need to do a negative 2 now with my x to the 3rd. Because we don't know how to factor x to the 3rd, we have to use synthetic division to do that. So I'm going to bring down my 1, 2, negative 9, and 18. Leave a space, draw a line. Bring down 1, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. So this is another remainder of 0, so that's a good thing. Now we're going to put all our x's back in. So we're going to bring down the x minus 2. That was just kind of on hold for a minute. Then bring down x plus 2. All right, so we bring in our constant. Notice this is a 0x, so then I just need x squared to get my other factors. So then I'm going to factor, bring these 2 down. Here's the difference of 2 squares, x and x. To get negative 9, I need a plus 3 and a minus 3. So I have 2 factors here and 2 here. None of them are the same, so I have 4 sets of zeros. X equals 2, x equals negative 2, x equals negative 3, x equals positive 3. What's the constant? Was 36. Since the constant is 36, that means y equals 36 is our intercept. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come up here. Positive 36 is my y-intercept. I'm going to graph negative 3. Well, that looks bad. Negative 3, negative 2, positive 2, positive 3. This was an x to the 4th, positive x to the 4th, so this is a w. I'm going to come down, go through, grab that, come down, come back up, and there's my w.